to Ross Sheppard High School for the 27th annual Totem Hoop Classic from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm Connor Toffen. I'll be doing some commentary solo this afternoon. Today's game will feature the Ross Sheppard Thunderbirds and the Aden Bowman Bears. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast. We have Dave Foley on camera, Alex Testowich is our switcher, and Kevin Kyle is our director. We are very excited to be procasting this game from this pretty new and fantastic gym. You'll see on the left side is the Aden Bowman Bears wearing their green, gold, and white uniforms. Coming onto the right side of your screen, wearing the white and baby blues, will be the Ross Sheppard Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds taking a tough loss yesterday against Edmonton Christian. Aden Bowman taking the tough loss against McGrath. So both these teams will be playing today, basically to play tomorrow. In the early game at 11 o'clock as Aden Bowman controls off the tip. And early on, Ross Shepp is going to get possession. Ross Shepp early on with a chance down low. They're going to miss. 5 rebounders all around for the Bears. They're going to get a fast break opportunity. She goes up with it off the bank and converts the first points of the game for the Bears. Losing her dribble there is Victoria Stewart. Lucy Blackburn controlling the ball here, and she disses it off to Kate Lazeshin. Good defense there from Bunting. They're going to get it inside, and shot a little short there by Blackburn. Looks like the Bears here are going to be bringing a little bit of front court pressure and a bit of a 2-1-2 set. Aden Bowman, Rourke Wonderburr can't quite save that one. Thunderbirds all on her own. She kind of just shucked a shot off and missed it. Here's Bunting down low. Fight for it. It's been a struggle on offense so far for the Thunderbirds, but the Bears not able to box out and grab a rebound as Bunting puts home the first bucket of the game for the Thunderbirds. Bears, good move there from Lucy Blackburn to get around her defender and draw the foul. We'll see the first 2 free throws of this afternoon's game. Blackburn's going to come up a little short on the first. Free throw is going to be an important factor in today's game. Head coach of the women's team, Ben Feldman, who was on color commentary last game, talked about it quite a bit. Free throws often the difference in these early season tournaments as Emily Adair misses her shot for the Thunderbirds. So Blackburn, she's going to get it down into the low post. Spinning around and missing is Ella Weeb. Thunderbirds able to come up with the steal as Victoria Stewart takes the ball up court. Slows down and allows the offense to settle in. They're going to get it to Bunting, who finds herself open mid-range and misses a little bit right. Bunting finds her way with it again, and she's had a couple good hustle plays early on today, running along the baseline, nearly stepping out of bounds, and now throwing it off the backboard. Annika Bosch is going to lose it. The Aden Bowman Bears, there's a reason they're wearing green. They are from Saskatchewan, coming in for this tournament all the way from Saskatoon. a nice 5-hour drive, and if you're going to make a drive like that, as we see a jump ball, possession arrow is going to go to the Thunderbirds. You make that 5-hour drive up from Saskatoon, you don't want to go 0 for 2 and go home in a tournament early on in the year. A steal there, and the Bears, that's Ella Weeb, going to score the 4th point of the game for the Bears. Bunting's going to go to the floor. Swarming defense here. So possession arrow this time should go to the Bears. As Kate Lazishin goes to inbound the ball for them. Lucy Blackburn in the backcourt. Sona Witt, Rourke Wonderber, and Ella Weeb also on the floor for the Bears. Losing control down low is Lucy Blackburn. Goes off a Thunderbird, and now checking in for the Bears is Jessica Delaney and Ireland Farquhar. Good inbound play around there by the Bears, but Ella Weeb missing the shot. Victoria Stewart coming up with the rebound and is able to find Bunting. Down low now, that is Michaela Cleghorn. I believe we're seeing a blocking foul right here, so Cleghorn going to go to the line. Let's see, defender's feet, yeah, just not quite set. You can see that right foot still moving. So Cleghorn ends up colliding with her, and she's going to get 2 free throws. But early on in this tournament, Ben Feldman said they shot 12 for 27 yesterday, so they've been anything but free throws for Ross Shepp. As Cleghorn makes the second, we're going to see Emma Fraser come on for her first action of the day as Victoria Stewart subs off. Aden Bowman, 3.5 minutes into the game. You see their offense is pretty spread out. They've got some decent spacing, and they look to get it into the low post there to Ireland Farquhar. Now we'll see a new player check back in for them. It's Megan Fawcett in for the Bears. A little bit of space as Cleghorn contests late, so they'll drive. That was Lucy Blackburn missing. A shot put up by Ireland Farquhar. Rebound taken back in by the Bears. Now we see Bunting in transition. It's a 1-on-2. Bunting finds a way to get through to defenders, but Ella Weeb with the height advantage just says no. Ella Weeb standing at 6 feet tall. Jamie Bunting at 5'8". You can see Weeb there just throwing her hands up, and Bunting couldn't even get the shot out of her hands. Open 3 in the corner for Ross Shepp. Emily Adair missing that one. Ella Weeb running in transition. Now Fraser comes up with the board. She'll move it up to Cleghorn. A bit of a slow start for either team here as they find Bunting up high. She's going to dish it to Cleghorn. She hesitates around her defender, and will go off the hand of a Bear and out of bounds. So the Thunderbirds with another chance to score here. A couple subs here for the Thunderbirds. We'll see Sarah Sevchek coming on, as well as Elise Froberg. Open look down low for Fraser. Looks as if Blackburn is going to be handling the ball for a majority of today's game for the Bears. She's brought it up to the front court every time for them. She'll go up kind of a running layup, and Rourke Wonderberg able to pick up the second chance bucket. Fraser in the corner, stares down the rim, decides not to shoot it, and another shot fake there from Elise Froberg. Gets it out to Bunting. Bunting with a cross-court pass. A good one there to find Jordan Cook. We're going to see a foul here. It's going to be an offensive foul on Jordan Cook. So Bears up one early on here, halfway through the first quarter. The Bears, Rourke Wonderberg, able to extend the lead to 3. Looks like the Bears defense is going to be playing man-to-man here as Bunting is open from the corner. Misses everything a little long. The Thunderbirds now, looks like they'll be playing a man-to-man as well. Delaney for the Thunderbirds, being pressured by Elise Froberg. 4 seconds left on the shot clock, and almost a tie-up for the ball as Froberg takes it away on the steal with only 1 second left on the clock. Bunting, she's going to drive, kick it out to Cook. Back to Bunting in the corner. She'll step back. That's a 3. She's going to come up a little to the right. Thunderbirds have been able to get open looks so far. Bunting often, but they've gone a little cold shooting so far. Bears, they just kind of chucked up a shot there, and now they're stuck with 2 seconds left on the clock. And Megan Fawcett there gets the ball late in the shot clock, but I don't know if she didn't see that there was only 1 second left, but she's not able to get off the shot, so the Thunderbirds force a shot clock violation as Ray Suzuki subs in for them. Cook gives it to the newly subbed in Suzuki. There's Froberg. They'll get it to Fraser, who shoots the 3. Cook comes up with the board. Lays it in. So the Bears offense, a decent start, coming a little stagnant now, is from the low post. Rourke Wonderberg not quite able to convert in the post. Ray Suzuki, she'll find herself open in the corner. She's going to choose to put it on the floor and drive. Comes up a little short on the floater. This is Sona Witt bringing it up for the Bears. Eventually it'll find her teammate Kate Lazishin. Can't quite convert on the 3. It's been a cold start here, shooting for both teams. Fraser, she's missed a couple. Froberg's going to get it to Suzuki. Back to Froberg again, who shoots the 3. It's going to come up short. That was going to be the best chance they had because there was only 2 seconds on the shot clock there. So we see Lucy Blackburn and Ella Weeb checking back in for the Bears. Victoria Stewart subbing in for the Thunderbirds, so some early minutes for everybody. All 3 of those players actually started the game, but early season tournament, both teams looking to set their defenses and get some plays going for the rest of the year. You can expect a pretty large rotation here from both teams today. Travel was called on the Bears' last possession. Errant pass from Suzuki. Blackburn is going to have it in transition with Cook defending. Cook, that's going to be a bump out of bounds, so the foul committed by Cook. Only their second foul. So still 3 away from the bonus for this quarter. Aden Bowman, that's going to be an open look down low for Weeb. Ella Weeb with the 10th point of the game for the Bears. We'll see some front court pressure being brought here. Looks like it was a 1-3 trap there, 1-3-1. It's actually something that Edmonton Christian did yesterday to the Thunderbirds as Emily Adair converts in the low post. But that's actually something we've seen Edmonton Christian doing yesterday to the Thunderbirds. The Thunderbirds, especially earlier on in that game, had a ton of trouble getting it past somewhat of that half-court wall. Rourke Wonderberg scoring that last one. So right about here, they were getting doubled. and they were having some troubles as they threw the ball up, kind of just like that. As there was a lady named Mary Thiessen on the Edmonton Christian Lions that she must have had about 20 steals that game coming from that trap defense. So if the Thunderbirds don't get past that today, they're going to have some troubles winning this game against what seems to be a pretty ready Bears team. Ella Weeb, again in transition, or not in transition, rather, from the low post. She's been good early on so far as Ross Shepp is forced to call a timeout. So another tough set and tough start offensively for the Thunderbirds. As we see some of the replays here. Rourke Wonderberg just kind of threw it at the rim there and ended up finding its way in. There's Wonderberg again. Maybe that's her move, because that's back-to-back ones we've seen there. Anna Fraser, that's going to be a rebound there. If you're going to miss threes, if you're Ross Shepp, it's going to be important to be able to get those second chance possessions. Because if you're going to miss them, you need to come up with points somehow. As Emily Adair, we've seen quite a bit of her yesterday. She played a pretty good game. Here's Wonderberg again. So Wonderberg might be something to watch for this game in the low post, standing at 5'10". Looks like Aden Bowman actually has a pretty tall team. They have multiple players sitting around 5'10", 5'11". Eloise being their tallest, standing at 6 feet tall. So you can expect Emily Adair, maybe some Emma Fraser, and to match up against them. Sarah Sevchek also standing at 5'11". So some matchups to watch for down low. The difference so far has been the Thunderbirds shooting from the outside. They just haven't been able to heat up yet. But I'm sure Coach Ben Feldman would want them to keep taking them, because we know they're capable of hitting them. Block there down low from Weeb. Aden Bowman's defense has been very stout so far in the first quarter of this game. There's Weeb down low again, and the Thunderbirds have had a big problem containing her so far. The grade 11 forward has had quite the showing so far today. Oh, and they're going to call a charge there. That is a tough foul for Emily Adair there to take. So shot clock is going to be turned off. 20 seconds for the Bears. They have the last shot if they want it. No pressure being brought up by the Thunderbirds. Looking to just set their half-court man-to-man defense as Wonderberg goes up and makes it. Thunderbird's going to have to get up a shot pretty quick here. They got 3 seconds left. They might just have to chuck it up. Suzuki's going to need to turn and shoot. Instead, I believe the quarter is going to be over. Yep. So the clock ran out before the Thunderbirds can get anything going. And after a somewhat slow first quarter, the Bears are taking an 18-9 lead over the Thunderbirds. There's Weeb, and we could put together a highlight reel of just what Ella Weeb did there in that first quarter. She was a force to be reckoned with. Could see her making the pass inside there as well. So you can see there, you got a few Ross Shepp players collapsing into the key. See, there's 3 players that they sag off. They get into the key. They're trying to take away the inside. And there's shooters open on almost every play for Aden Bowman. Shout out to this in-game host too. I don't know if that's a good move to ever give up the mic though. Quite the atmosphere here in the Ross Shepp Gymnasium all weekend. I gotta say, coming from O'Leary, we have the O'Leary tournament around Christmas. The atmosphere is special there, and this is going to be probably one of the first tournaments I've seen that can really contest with it. I don't think, since O'Leary's in this tournament and I'm an alumni, I can't say that this beats it, but I might be hinting at it. All the students here Some of the teachers yesterday were telling me that some of the teachers will let their students skip class to come here and support the Sheppard players. Not every teacher though. Nearly 2,000 students attend this school, so this gym is new and it's a big one, but not quite able to hold 2,000. So the Bears up 18-9 are going to take possession to start off this second quarter. Blackburn, she's going to drive past Suzuki, in and out. Stewart coming down with the rebound. One positive sign for the Thunderbirds is they have been able to get a majority of the defensive rebounds so far. Suzuki open in the corner. She's going to give it up to Stewart instead. They have Bunting up top. Stewart trying to force it up, can't get it. Guzelich puts up the shot. There's actually some men's players you can see at the bottom of the screen there. I believe that's Tourangeau getting the crowd hyped up, trying to help out the Sheppard defense as Blackburn misses her shot, but a foul on the floor is going to put a stop to the action here. So an offensive foul was called on the Bears, so Bunting's going to be the inbounder here for the Thunderbirds. They'll get it to Suzuki, who comes up hard but gets stopped by the wall of Bears. Weeb to Blackburn. They had numbers. They'll slow down their offense and get it to Luzician. Blackburn for three. And like I said, because of the interior presence of a player like Ella Weeb, that defense for the Thunderbirds is going to have to collapse. And if Aden Bowman is a capable shooting team, the Thunderbirds are going to have some big problems in today's game as Stewart gets it tied up and a whistle came there. Sona Witt able to tie Stewart up. Possession arrow is going to go to the Thunderbirds. Bunting will often see her inbounding the ball. A shot taken there by Emily Adair, misses everything, so shot clock resets in for Aden Bowman, and Ella Weeb's going to bring it up. They give it to Sona Witt, who stops up, gives it to Luzician. Ella Weeb down low. Oh my goodness. They just triple teamed her, and Ella Weeb did not care. Bunting almost loses it off the air and pass. Victoria Stewart's going to take a mid-range jumper. Weeb comes down with the board, a tie-up. Weeb able to wrestle it away. Now another tie-up. Oh my goodness, what a battle down low. And at the very least, the Thunderbirds just wasted 10 seconds off the shot clock and forced Lucy Blackburn to put up a Hail Mary that hits the side of the backboard. But a steal from Sona Witt. 1-0 transition. Bunting hustling back, but not enough pressure being brought. And wow, the Bears 22-9 for them right now. It has been a struggle here for the Thunderbirds as Stewart puts it on the floor. Oh, some hard contact down low. Pretty good no call there from the ref. Could have been a block, could have been a charge, but instead they just let him play. Ella Weeb goes to the ground, and there's actually going to be a foul called here. So it's going to go against Bowman. Oh no, it's actually going to go against the Thunderbirds here, so a little bit of confusion, but I thought it was weird that the lady that went to the ground would be called on the foul, who was just trying to hold on to the ball, but oh, that's going to be a backcourt. Sona Witt just barely not able to stay on her side of the court there, so over and back. And the Thunderbirds. It's early on in this game. We've only played 13 minutes, but having only scored 9 points, so they're going to need to get something going, and it might need to start right now, as those aren't the kind of shots you're going to want to be taking. Victoria Stewart has struggled thus far from the field, and this game is solely in the Aden Bowman Bears' control right now. Here's Megan Fawcett. Eloise has checked out of the game for the Bears, so maybe that's going to be, because she's put up a whole bunch of points so far. As Bunting shoots, it went off the backboard, off the far rim, and they are hustling for the rebounds right now. Now they'll tip it back out. That was like a fourth chance foul there. Sarah Sevchek was the one hustling to create a couple more opportunities for the Thunderbirds. Annika Bosch is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Elise Froberg checking back in for the Thunderbirds. Annika Bosch, that's one of the better looking free throws you'll see. Looking pretty silky smooth from the line. Looking to go 2 for 2. Won't be able to do it, but they do come up with the board. And Sarah Sevchek pretty much just got the Thunderbirds 3 points on that possession just with some hard work down low and being able to convert on that last layup. You can see the good spacing here from Aden Bowman and the good off-ball movement, and might have jinxed them because they just threw it away. If you watch Aden Bowman's offense, though, you see some off-ball screens and a lot of rotation coming away from the ball, and it's going to force Ross Shepp's defense today to scramble a little bit. And well, I mentioned her a lot today. Ella Weeb is going to find herself on a 1-on-0 fast break, and whoa, a late whistle there. So it's going to be a shooting foul. Looked for a second there like the Thunderbirds might have gotten away with one, but instead Ella Weeb will go to the line for 2. She hasn't missed too much today, but misses one there. Aden Bowman Bears with a 22-12 lead, looking to make it 23 here, and they will with 5 minutes and 49 seconds left to play in this first half. And this full court press or trap, there's going to be a backcourt violation for Hannah Fraser. The pressure being brought here from Aden Bowman is just giving the Thunderbirds a whole world of trouble. Ella Weeb is going to throw it across. They're going to get it down into the low post now as Megan Fawcett passes up on the shot. They're just going to get it back to Ella Weeb. Why not? But she's going to miss this one. Ireland Farquhar coming down with the board, and it's going to go out of bounds, I believe, off of Paige Kell, who's seeing some of her first minutes today. Seeing if you're the Thunderbirds, you're going to have to do a lot more of that. Well, not that, as they turn it over to Ella Weeb, but that 1-3-1, you're going to have numbers on offense if you can throw it up like that in transition. Jordan Cook trying to get the Thunderbirds offense going here. Whoa. Wonderburr almost, no, not Wonderburr, that was Paige Kell almost tripping over herself. Now she's going to get it down low, gets doubled. A smart double team there, nearly forcing it out of bounds. Oh, the ball leaked out to Ireland Farquhar, but Ella Weeb comes down with control, and they're going to throw the double at her. Is Annika Bosch. Forcing the jump ball. Possession arrow will go to Aden Bowman. There's not many players where you can throw a double or a triple team at them and they can fight through it. It looks like Ella Weeb is one of those players. As now she travels, so a tough possession there for her. I mean, if you think about NBA people, you can throw doubles. James Harden would be one of them who can fight through it, and that's about it. Steph Curry in the regular season, definitely not in the playoffs. as the Bears commit a defensive foul. That'll be their third of the second quarter. So a couple more, and the Thunderbirds will be in the bonus as Michaela Cleghorn checks back in for the Thunderbirds. That's Anna Fraser. Oh my goodness! Look at this basket here. Anna Fraser. Or was it? No, that wasn't Anna Fraser, but she got double teamed. That was Sarah Sevchek. Got double teamed and could feel the foul coming, so why not just throw it at the rim and draw the shooting foul? And you know what? Sometimes it'll end up finding its way in. This could be an optimal possession here for the Thunderbirds. They missed the free throw, but come down with the board. Emma Fraser not able to capitalize. They had a chance there to bring it to a 5-point game. The Bears have been dominating, but only up 7 so far. Lucy Blackburn will get it to Ella Weeb, who gets it down to the low post. Anna Fraser comes up with the steal. Emma Fraser, rather. Fraser in transition. They've got numbers. Fraser! Thunderbirds on quite the run right now, only down 5. They'll take that if you're head coach Ben Feldman, and another steal. They're going to have a 3-on-1 fast break. Michaela Cleghorn coming up with the board and the foul. Wonderberg committing the foul for the Bears. Look at this, they have numbers, and that's Jordan Cook. Dishing it off to Cleghorn. Now I think we're seeing a foul, or not a foul, a timeout called by Ross Shepp. There's Ella Weeb. She started off strong. There's that triple team I mentioned that was thrown at her earlier, and tough to defend when you triple team a player and they keep making shots, but right about around here is where Sarah Sevchek made her bucket, and things started to turn back around for the Thunderbirds. Yeah, and that's that and one there. You can't really defend some of the stuff that the Thunderbirds are making. Anna Fraser fighting through contact and getting that bucket. If I'm the Bears right now, I'm doing everything I can to stop the Thunderbirds from getting to the paint. Because the Thunderbirds have struggled shooting outside so far, and on this run they've been on, they've been able to get the ball into the low post, and they've been able to get some transition opportunities. But they've been able to cut to the rim, and they've all of a sudden found their scoring touch. Kayla Cleghorn is going to miss her first free throw. Looking to cut the Bears' lead to 4. She'll come up short on that one. Lucy Blackburn, Michaela Cleghorn looked like she might have thrown a double team at her, but Aden Bowman sees it, and that's Ella Weeb coming down with her own board. Mid-range shot by Megan Fawcett is going to miss everything. Shot clock won't reset, but the Thunderbirds take control anyways. Bunting gets it poked out by Ella Weeb, but somehow keeps control. And Bunting ends up throwing it out of bounds. I believe she was trying to feed a cross-court pass to Julia Brander, who's recently checked in for the Thunderbirds. Three minutes remaining here in the first half of this game. The Bears were off to a double-digit lead early. They looked to be in control, but the Thunderbirds have cut it down to 5. That was Ella Weeb making the mid-range jumper. It's been a tale of 2 quarters, really, here for the Thunderbirds. Michaela Cleghorn with the hustle. Triple team. And Victoria Stewart, oh. Unfortunately for Aden Bowman, a very late whistle. Let's see. So they're going to call a block. You can see both feet shuffling to the left. Correct call made there by the officials. We'll send Victoria Stewart to the line with a chance to pick up the 19th and 20th points for the Thunderbirds. She'll miss the first. And the second as well. So yesterday was a tough free throw shooting game for the Thunderbirds, and a lack of improvement there today. Andrew Botts was my color commentator yesterday. He mentioned one of the junior team head coaches that free throw shooting early on in the year, it seems so simple, but you just don't quite have your rhythm yet. You're not quite used to the rims. You're just not really fully settled into the year. So it can be tough early on as Frazier will dish it off to Stewart. Stewart misses everything. She's had a very tough shooting first half. Eloise crosses up her defender, spinning around in the post, goes up with the left. Rebound there goes off of Victoria Stewart's hands as she was fighting with Megan Fawcett. Sarah Sevchek checking off. Oh, Eloise. Thunderbirds are having a tough time stopping her. She had a small scoring drought, and then she just started making those jumpers again, and it was over. So now Sona Witt, Eloise again. Weeb will kick it out to Blackburn for the three. Open shot, just missing there. Bears have been able to regain control of this game. Michaela Cleghorn, she'll get blocked by Eloise. Some of these names here in this tournament, I don't know a lot of them before, but Eloise is letting everyone know who she is. Oh, Michaela Cleghorn went up with it. And Lucy Blackburn with the good hustle transition defense. They're going to call it a block. There was a ton of contact. I couldn't tell who initiated it. Thunderbirds now going to call a timeout as they look to drop a play to get themselves a little closer, down 9 late in the second quarter. We'll see the good pass from Bunting on that one. Bunting on the inbound pass. There's that crazy and one earlier. Looked like one of those, that and one looked like one of those soccer passes from the sidelines. Eloise. I'm assuming it's going to be Eloise again. It hasn't been much else for the Bears. And Cleghorn, she's had a sneaky good second quarter here. She gets blocked on that one, but a sneaky good second quarter Michaela Cleghorn has had. See the coach there as we try to see what kind of defense he's drawing up. He's doing a good enough job of hiding it, but if you're the Bears, the last thing you want to do is give up a couple buckets to the T-Birds here late and let them right back into this thing. If they can just close out this first half with around a 9 to 11 point lead, you'd think that they'd be pretty happy. If Jamie Bunting and her crew of players can draw it any closer than that, you'd have to consider it a victory here for the second quarter at least. That's going to be an open three for Emily Adair. That's not the kind of nothing but net you want. I'm actually going to say it went off the hand of a Bear, and Bunting, you'll often see her inbounding. She'll take those duties again here. Emily Adair is wide open in the corner, but even more open is Julia Brander. This game would be in the Thunder. Oh, Michaela Cleghorn draws the foul. What a hustle play from Michaela Cleghorn. She has been just an absolute spark plug off of the bench for the Thunderbirds. You can see there, that's not even skill. That is just outworking your opponents, out hustling them and wanting it more as she finds her way to the line. Unfortunately for her, it's going to be all for naught if she can't convert on any of these free throws. A soft touch off the rim is going to give the T-Birds their 19th point of the game as Lucy Blackburn brings it up for the Bears. Sona Witt, they're going to dish it off to Kate Rosichin. Kate back up to Sona Witt, who dribbles and drives and kicks it to Megan Fawcett. Shot clock running out. Michaela Cleghorn comes up with the steal. In transition, here's Bunting. She's going to drive and kick it to Adair. Adair goes up and makes it. Ella Wiebe is out of the game right now for the Bears, and when she's not on the court, it's been a big problem as they have to chuck up. Sona Witt chucks up a deep three. And that's going to bring an end to the quarter as they miss. The story of this first half is the Thunderbirds missing some shots, not able to convert, and Ella Wiebe being dominant, but in the end, it's only a 6-point lead for the Aden Bowman Bears. We're going to have a 10-minute halftime here, and we'll be right back with you guys in about 8 to 10 minutes here on ICU Video Productions. This is our procast of the 27th annual Ross Shep Totem Hoop Classic.
And whoever makes the loudest noise is going to go to
We are back here in the Sheppard Gymnasium for the second half of action between the Aden Bowman Bears and the Sheppard Thunderbirds as we go through some of these first half highlights here. For Aden Bowman, Ella Wiebe was a standout in that first half, but good team basketball in the second quarter has brought the Thunderbirds back into this one, only down 6. You can see Jordan Cook there picking up the bucket, and the defense for the Bears has been pretty good down low. You can see the double there, but good offense in basketball will always beat good defense. Like there, that's good defense, but Frazier just able to get it up and over her defender. The Thunderbirds defense will often collapse to the shooter, and you have to when Ella Wiebe's out. You're going to have to get right up in her face, maybe throw some double teams or triple teams at her in this second half. There's Bunting. She was picking up apples all over the floor throughout the game. So the Thunderbirds will look to improve upon the momentum that they built in the second quarter. You can see as students keep filing into the gym, plenty of support being brought out here from the students of Sheppard, the classmates and the friends of the Sheppard players. It's been an amazing atmosphere all weekend so far here at the Sheppard Gymnasium. So just a reminder, coming back into the second half, the Aden Bowman Bears with a 6-point advantage, leading 27-21 over the Thunderbirds. Michaela Cleghorn, I feel like I haven't mentioned her name enough. She came on in the second quarter. She was hustling. It's number 12 at the bottom right of your screen, and she didn't necessarily do the most scoring in the game, but overall had some of the best game. She's picking up rebounds, feeding her teammates well, scoring, drew a couple fouls as the Thunderbirds kick this thing off. Emily Adair is going to miss her shot. Aden Bowman going to have the next chance to score first here in the second half. They had a double-digit leads at multiple points in that first half, but Sheppard fighting back. Blackburn, good steal there from Emily Adair. On the fast break, Adair, she's going to dish it off to Stewart. Cleghorn's open up top, but Stewart takes it and makes it. Stewart struggling a bit in that first half, but she seems like she's a good key player here for the Thunderbirds, and if she can make that, the Bears are going to be in some trouble here in the second half. They're going to get it down low. Going to miss the shot. Good defense there from the Thunderbirds, and Ella Wiebe goes to the floor. They're going to move it to Cleghorn, who gets it to the corner. That's an open three. Oh, I thought that went in for a second, but misses everything. Ella Wiebe ends up with it, and Cleghorn, oh, a big collision between Cleghorn and Ella Wiebe, and gotta imagine that could ring the bell, but it looks like they're both up and ready to keep playing. You see here, it kind of goes off the face of Wonderburr, and they're actually going to call an offensive foul there as Cleghorn and Wiebe collide. Possibly the best two player from either team so far, so there's Victoria Stewart getting contested by Wiebe. And the ball poked away by Emily Adair, actually went off of Ella Wiebe. So the Thunderbirds down 4, 8.5 minutes left. This could be a close finish. Cleghorn's going to post up high and hand it off to Adair, who misses her jumper. Ooh, nearly stepping out of bounds there was Wonderburr, but able to dish it off to Blackburn. Cleghorn nearly picks up the steal. Aden Bowman, that's a 3 coming from Lashishin. Both teams have struggled shooting the ball today. Wonderburr picks up the second chance points. Neither team has struggled inside though. Ella Weeb with the steal. She'll go in a transition and makes the easy layup. She's not going to miss any of those. Cleghorn gets bumped by her defender, nearly a foul. Now we're going to see a foul on the Bears. It looks like they're actually going to call it a shooting foul. As Cleghorn, you'll see right away, she was kind of looking to scoop the ball up, and interesting call there, but either way, Cleghorn going to get 2 free throws. You'll see some of these teams shooting from some awkward positions, so you can't really, I guess, doubt the refs on that one. So Cleghorn is going to make 1 of 2 free throws. Free throw shooting has been a huge struggle so far for the Thunderbirds. The Bears haven't found their way to the line as much. Weeb spinning in the high post. She'll pick up her own board, and that's one player you're going to have to box out. She's been all over the boards as Cleghorn takes a spill near half court. Victoria Stewart along the perimeter is going to take a drive, and looks like they're going to call a charge here. Let's see, Stewart puts it on the floor. That is a tough call for Victoria Stewart. The defender's feet were set. The momentum was going a little bit to the left. The block and the charge is one of the hardest calls in basketball to make because it happens so quickly and it's so wishy-washy. Ella Weeb is going to lose it as the Thunderbirds send some extra pressure at her. In the corner is Bunting. They're going to move it back up to Cleghorn. Good ball movement here for the Thunderbirds. Emily Adair is going to end up missing the shot though. You can get as many open looks as you want, but if you can't hit the shots, it's not going to matter as Blackburn chucks one up. I think Bunting actually got a piece of the ball as Cleghorn fighting for it against Farquhar. There's going to be a foul on Farquhar there, so the Bears early on here, only 3 minutes and 10 seconds into this third quarter. They're already at 3 fouls. So if they pick up a couple more, the Thunderbirds will be in the bonus. Down low. They had an open shot there, but they're not going to be able to take advantage as they swing it up to Jordan Cook. Back down to Stewart. This has been a tough possession so far as Sevchek moves it to Bunting. 7 seconds left on the shot clock, and Bunting! Big shot there from Bunting to bring the Thunderbirds within 7. ISOing her defender is Kate Lashishin. Megan Fawcett is going to get it down low to Farquhar. They'll move it back out to Ella Weeb, who misses the shot. They can't box her out, so she's going to be able to wreak some havoc on the inside, but can't quite come up with it. As Elise Froberg takes control. Open shot for Jordan Cook. She won't take it. Bunting's open on top if Victoria Stewart wants it. They're going to call a travel now on Sarah Sevchek. Looked for a second there like the Thunder Bears defender might have been able to force it to the possession arrow, but instead they call the travel. Allows Lashishin to take control. Farquhar gives it straight back. Megan Fawcett down to the post to Ella Weeb. They're just going to keep trying to find her down low because she has been unstoppable so far in this one. Aden Bowman able to pick up another steal. Ella Weeb, she'll slow things down. She's actually just gonna pull up and make another mid-range shot, so we've seen her presence on the inside. Oh, let's see whose hand that went off. It went off of Jordan Cook's hand last, and it's gonna be Aden Bowman ball, but it's gonna be tough to defend a player like Eloise when she's shown she's gonna make shots on the inside and all around the mid-range. We'll see what the defensive strategy is against her. She's posted up now in the low post. They'll get it to her in the high post. Sevchek guarding. And another shot made there for the Thunderbirds. They have had a hot start from the field as Kate Lesheshin brings the Bears lead to 13. Eloise with the steal. Bounce pass across to Delaney. Goes nowhere. So Ray Suzuki now checking in for the T-Birds, as well as Frazier, who takes the three. Rebound brought down by Cook. She'll miss. Both teams have gotten some pretty equal looks today, as the front court pressure by Suzuki is going to kill 8 seconds off the shot clock and nearly half the time that the Bears have to possess the ball here. And wow, Eloise going hard in the paint against Elise Froberg. I believe they called a jump ball, so possession arrow will go to the Bears. Megan Fawcett at the top of the three-point line. She'll give, she'll cut to the rim and draw the foul. Can see here a good play. She gives it up, cuts immediately, no hesitation, straight to the rim and forces the Thunderbirds to foul. Bears haven't been to the line too much today. Megan Fawcett, good, she goes 2 for 2 from the line. You're gonna see a sub here from the Thunderbirds as Charna Gudzelic comes in for them. Ball's gonna go to her along the baseline, nearly stepping out of the bounds. She's forced to get it out to Suzuki. Frazier up top, she's gonna drive and kick it out to Suzuki. She stares down the rim and puts it on the floor. With the right hand, Suzuki is good. Aden Bowman, they're leaving someone open as Blackburn, she'll get it back, and Lesheshin takes the three. Actually, it looks like they're calling it a 2, so the 2 from Lesheshin. Foot must have been on the line. Oh, an extra defender coming over there on a Frazier. I think they were trying to double team her, but they ended up throwing 3. So there should have been a couple shooters open there at least. Not able to find them, and you'll see there, down low, can't see the number, but that right arm coming across. Sevchek's shooting arm, the right arm. She has a good start from the free throw line. Looking to cut the Bears lead down to 14 with 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. I believe we're getting a lane violation there from the Thunderbirds. If you step into the key before the free throw hits the rim, the ref can blow the whistle, and if the defending team does it, the free throw shooter actually gets another free throw. If the team taking the free throws gets it, it's just done and they lose possession, so they don't get a chance for that offensive rebound. Here's Weeb, defended by Frazier. Weeb. I don't know what you call that move, but What matters is that it's called a basket. Weeb, they're throwing everything at her, and she's finding the bottom of the hole almost every time she shoots. Thunderbirds, you can sense a little bit of frustration, if not desperation from them right now, as they need to get something going. Jump ball is going to be called. I believe possession arrow is going to go to the Thunderbirds. Missed shot there down low, and second quarter the Thunderbirds cut the lead down to 5. This has been a big third quarter for the Bears. Wow, Lucy Blackburn. Looks like Bunting's going to get ready to check back in here for the Thunderbirds as they look to get one of their star point guards back onto the floor. So Nowitt's going to drive with it. Throws it up with the right hand. Here's Bunting now. Bunting. Good pass from the hip. Back out to Bunting for 3. Rebound picked up by Adair, but a block. I believe that was Ella Weeb. It is. Look at the physicalness. Nearly an offensive foul for Weeb, but oh my. So a foul picked up there on the Thunderbirds. Let's see here. I thought the player might have taken too many steps there from the Bears. Let's see. 1, 2. Oh, there was a dribble there. So 2 steps and then the foul. As Megan Fawcett goes to the line. Good call by the ref. And when the Bears have gone to the line, they've been able to make the majority of their free throws today. That's been one of the biggest differences in today's game. That sees the Bears with a 22-point lead over the Thunderbirds. They have been able to take control, winning this third quarter. The 8.5 minutes we've played by 16 points. 17, math is wrong. Oh, pass inside, a couple Bears players collide with each other. They're gonna come up with it anyways. That ball is going to be tipped out of bounds as head coach Ben Feldman trying to find the ref. He's not in his playing days anymore. Missed the pass and nearly hit a Bowman player, I think, there. So he's going to laugh that one off, and Bowman's going to take possession as Blackburn's open for 3. She's made a couple. Foul down low. Megan Fawcett's going to go to the line again. She just went 2 for 2 from there. See the good ball movement. They find the open shooter there in Blackburn. Megan Fawcett, we've seen her cut to the rim a couple times as she gets position on her defender, and either you let her make the easy 2 or you foul out of it and make her earn her points at the line. She'll miss that one, but Weeb comes down with the board. We've seen a lot less of her in the third quarter. Other players for the Bears have been able to step up. Makes it even tougher on the Thunderbirds defense. That's Delaney with the shot she's going to miss. A little too strong on it. Bunting. Bears, good transition defense there. They had all 5 back. Bunting quickly down to Stewart. Up to Adair. Only 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. And the ball gets tipped off of Megan Fawcett and out of bounds. So we haven't seen too much of Michaela Cleghorn here in the third quarter. They subs her out. Now she's back into the game. Bears are down 20. The Birds, rather, are down 23. It might be too little too late, but you never know, especially in a high school game. Will she be the spark that they need? And they found Bunting open from the corner, but too little too late. Shot clock had already ran out, so now the shot clock will be turned off. Just under 21 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Aden Bowman at 52, Ross Shepp only at 29. Bunting with the steal. They give it to Julia Brander. Can't quite make it Cleghorn. That's what she delivered earlier. And now time's going to run out on the Bears as Eloise can't get up the half-court shot. It was a tough quarter there for the Ross Shepp Thunderbirds, as they were able to cut down the deficit in the second quarter, but they couldn't quite respond there. And Eloise was great in that first half, but they were dishing it around a little more. That first highlight, Kayla Session, she was good early on in that half, in the quarter. We're going to see her open again. I think this is her 3. You can see there the foot's actually on the line, so they end up calling it a 2. It's not like Weeb was unheard from, though. They throw the double at her, and it's just nothing you can do about that. Blackburn, she hit a deep 3. That's NBA range right there. And I think if you're the Thunderbirds, you have to force them into those shots. Cleghorn, she's played well for the Thunderbirds so far. That was right near the end of that third quarter, able to check in, get a rebound, and almost instantly make an impact for her team.
Oh, who's gonna get this? Okay, hurry, there's 45 seconds. Go TJ.
Has to be a frustrating game so far for the Ross Shepp Thunderbirds. They've been getting some open looks. They just haven't been able to make them. We heard their head coach, Ben Feldman, talking last game about how there could be some jitters playing in front of your friends, your students, your classmates. Strong support here shown throughout the game. Plenty sticking around to take in this fourth quarter of action. Even though the team's down, some are still sticking around to see the guts that this Thunderbirds team has. Coach Feldman was talking about how you don't always win these games, but it's always a good opportunity for growth when you can play at your own school. Especially this early on in the year. And even though there's that pressure, when it comes down to it, there's going to be pressure in those important games. And this early on in the season, to be able to get experience under a similar kind of pressure has to be pretty important for a team like the Thunderbirds. We've seen some players step up. Oh, a tough shot down low is going to be missed by Sarah Sevchek. I think that was an errant pass. Yep, so it goes out of bounds. Weeb almost coming up with the steal off the bounce pass there. They'll throw the double up high into the corner. Bunting. They've struggled shooting from outside today, so expect them to go inside a little more, and I think I jinxed it because that was Annika Bosch taking the shot she's going to miss. Bosch, she'll get rejected at the rim by Weeb. Weeb again with the rejection. She's had her impact on defense with multiple blocks all throughout the game. Now they're going to pull it from 3. That was Lashishin missing that shot. Bears able to come up with the rebound. Blackburn. She hasn't scored as much today, but she's been good facilitating as Michaela Cleghorn comes up with the athletic steal, driving in the foul. It should be on Blackburn, as Cleghorn goes crashing into the wall. You'll see there as she gets the left arm over Cleghorn's right. She's not able to go up with the shot. A pretty hard foul there, not allowing Cleghorn to even put a shot up. So no risk for the and one as Cleghorn makes her first of 2 free throws. Not a great job boxing out there by the Bears. Looks like we're going to see a jump ball, and possession arrow will go to the Thunderbirds. Inbound's going to go to Cleghorn, and she just throws it up. She's got the hot hand, but maybe not quite enough from that range. In a 20-point game here, it'll be interesting to see if and when the coaches choose to put on some of their bench players for substitutions. Lucy Blackburn with the 3. Ray Suzuki, looks like she just recently subbed in. They give it up to Bunting. Quick trigger there from the mid-range. A good shot there for Bunting. And if the Thunderbirds would have been able to shoot and make their open shots, you'd think they'd be in this game, but in the end they haven't been successful. But early on in the year, sometimes finding the open shots can be a struggle enough as they call a blocking foul. It looks like it's on Michaela Cleghorn. You'll see there the double coming over. It shouldn't be on Cleghorn. Looks like that's actually on Sarah Sevchek. 3 defenders were around the ball, but as I was saying, early on in the year, it can be a struggle to find open shots as you look to put in your systems and put in a flow with your offense, but they're not having problems with finding the open shots. They're just having an issue with making them, so it's been a tough shooting weekend here for the Thunderbirds, but overall, when you can get shooters open, you can always take a little bit of a moral victory for that, and you can feel good that your team's going to have a chance down the stretch of the season. Shouldn't say down the stretch yet as we're just starting this year, but Suzuki, she's going to look to find someone. She does find Bunting. Ball's going to go to Cleghorn. Cleghorn not able to convert. Bears come up with it. Sona Witt's going to dish it off to Lesheshin. Good D down low from Cleghorn. Tough foul there on Emily Adair. Looked like she got all ball, but we'll see here. We'll see Cleghorn. Oh, that foul might have actually been on Cleghorn there. Oh no, it's on the rebound. So you see Adair's right hand just not quite straight up. She got a lot of ball, but ref saw her getting a little bit of the elbow of Wonderburr as well, as she'll miss her first of 2 free throws. Not exactly favorable rims here for the Thunderbirds in this one. Cleghorn, looks like a miscommunication there. She thought there might have been a teammate there. She ends up throwing it into the hands of a Bear. Oh, Ray Suzuki tries for the steal. Goes flying, so a 5-on-4 break here. Bears can't take advantage, and Wonderburr, she's going to put up the Kareem-style skyhook. And she'll make it. Those are not shots you see too often, but it's a make-or-miss game. Emily Adair high off the backboard and in. Delaney going to pull a long mid-range shot. It's a spot you don't see many players shooting from. Often they'll step back as Suzuki. She had a little bit of an opening, but she had lost her balance as she was going into the shooting motion, but makes up for it. Looked like Emily Adair was going to come up with the ball there, but instead they're going to call a kicked ball violation. It looked like it went off Suzuki's foot. Bears now, that ball gets poked out by a diving Suzuki. She took out Farquhar on the play too. Both up and okay. Open shot for the Thunderbirds. Misses to the left. Julia Brander. Not able to catch that one. She's guarding the ball now, and they're going to move it across. Kick it to Delaney. Goes off her foot and out of bounds. Emma Frazier checking in for the Thunderbirds. Michaela Cleghorn, she did her work today. Struggled a little bit here in the fourth quarter, but Suzuki, she's going to be open for three. Stares down the rim, doesn't take. Could have been a block, could have been a charge. Either way, no whistle. Blackburn for three. Good contest there from Adair. It didn't matter though. Suzuki's going to dish it across to Frazier. Adair. Should be a charge here. They're going to say no basket, and it will be a charge. You can see the defender's feet are going to be set here. Still a tough call to make. Sheshin drawing the foul there. Able to get her team an extra possession, so even though they're up 25, they're still playing hard late as that shot gets blocked by Branding. Good inbound defense there. That ball got deflected away by Suzuki. Both teams still playing hard till the finish. We got 4 minutes, 30 seconds left here in this one. Almost surprised to still see Weeb in this game. They'll advance to play in the consolation final. Ray Suzuki, oh, she's just going to get it stripped away by Blackburn. A good read for her. Perfect timing on the steal. Weeb taking it. She'll give a bounce pass to Delaney, who makes the shot. Another errant pass, so Ross Shepp just a little flat late here, and as this game is getting out of hand, you can kind of see why it's sometimes tough to keep your focus in a game like this. Sarah Sevchek checking in for the T-Birds. Pass down low to Frazier is going to go out of bounds. Or Frazier is going to deflect it. Thought it went off of a Thunderbird there, but went off a Bear down low. Suzuki, she's seen some significant minutes here in the fourth quarter. Frazier goes hard, and a tough collision, an awkward one at that with Wonderbird. Both players are up and running again. Wow, high off the backboard for Lucy Blackburn. She's going to convert. Some of the men's team who you just saw play a couple hours ago still sticking around to take in the women's action. Frazier, deep three, nearly makes it. You'll see the men's team playing tomorrow. They made the championship game. Played pretty strong back-to-back games, taking down Paul Kane and Bishop Grandin. They'll play the winner of McGrath and O'Leary tomorrow night at 7 o'clock in the championship game. It's good to see some of them still sticking around to take in some action here and support their fellow Thunderbirds as that pass goes flying into the backcourt. Tipped off of a Thunderbird, so no backcourt violation. Thunderbirds down low, a double team. No one there in the corner, so maybe some early season miscommunication. Stuff that Coach Ben Feldman is going to be able to look back and correct as this team looks to improve going forward. I guess the good news for the Thunderbirds is they were in the game yesterday against Edmonton Christian and stuck around in that one. They were able to knock down a couple more shots than they were today, and since this team's from Saskatoon, they shouldn't have to see too much of them for the rest of this year as Paige Kell misses her mid-range jumper. Froberg is going to get it down low to Frazier with the running right-hand shot. It was an open shot, but can't quite convert, and that ball is going to travel out of bounds. It'll be Aden Bowman ball. Bears just looking to coast to the finish line here as Frazier with the good defense down low. Hustles, works her opponents to strip the ball away, and Ray Suzuki in transition. They've got a number. They had an extra player there, and you can see here she's able to draw the foul. There's Suzuki. They had Sarah Sevchek open up at the top of the key, but a good choice there from Suzuki, able to get to the line. Takes a good bounce off the rim, and both free throws almost a spitting image of each other as Julia Brander is going to sub in for Elise Froberg. Cutting to the baseline is Delaney. They're going to move it up to Paige Kell. Branding is able to pick up the steal, and she'll dribble it. I believe that went off her leg and out of bounds. This has been a slow finish here for the Thunderbirds. Not able to take advantage. Of this home crowd. Branding, though, picks up another steal. Good comeback there for the defense. Ray Suzuki, it's going to go through her hands. She rolls around with it. So that's going to force the ref to call a travel. Branding there with the third straight possession where she picks up a steal, so positive sign there for the defense. Shot and make by Jordan Cook. Thunderbirds will reach at least 40 points in this one. Bears at 63 in a women's game that's a little more defense-based. It's tough to score that many points, and at some points, big block there. Sarah Sevchek. But it's tough to hold a team to a low score when they're making shots in your face and getting through double teams and triple teams all night long. 7 seconds left on the shot clock here. They're going to throw up a Hail Mary. It's not going to go, but imagine the Thunderbirds here look to get one more shot off. Hope to end this game as Frazier shoots the three, and she makes it. They accidentally reset the clock to 10 minutes, not 10 seconds. So we're going to see a stoppage in action. So, I think the ref just said, you know what? This game's over, I think. Some confusion here. Yeah, so it looks like we're just going to shake him. So some confusion. Okay, so they're doing the hip hip raise, so I'm just going to assume that we're done. Thank you all for tuning in to today's game. It was a tough game for the Thunderbirds. They were able to gather some momentum late, but it was too little too late. The final score of today's game was 63 for the Aden Bowman Bears. The Thunderbirds putting up 43. Our cameraman was Dave Foley. Alex Testowich was our switcher, and Kevin Kyle was our director. I'm Connor Toffin. I was your play-by-play announcer. Thanks for watching from Ross Sheppard High School in the 27th Annual Totem Hoop Classic from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We're going to have some women's semifinal action coming up here in 30 minutes. You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you for tuning in to this ICU Video Production Procast.